Welcome back, everybody. Here again with our endless quest for other alternative Fox bodies in the world that we are in, the Foxbody community world here. Today we are going to be looking at another car that was also built on the Foxbody platform. And yes, you guessed it, the 1983 to 1986 Mercury Marquis. Let's dive right into it, guys. As we know, rust is the killer of most Foxbody Mustangs out there. Also, the poor taken care of by the previous owner. As you guys know, most of the time when we say one of the worst things that can happen to your previously purchased Foxbody was the previous owner. As prices keep going up for anything that you're looking for in really good conditions, I'm just talking about running with all the doors on it and possibly some buttons missing, it's still going to go up in price. We're here to give you a different alternative. So, to look into something that may not look like a Foxbody but can possibly run like one with added some weight, we're going to give you the 4th generation Mercury Marquis, which goes from 1983 to 1986. This was built by the Ford Motor Company, duh. The production year from 83 to 86, with assembly plants in Chicago, Illinois and Atlanta, Georgia. This car was classified as a mid-size vehicle, and in 1983 the body style was in 4 doors, which was a 4-door sedan, and it came with a series of Ford engines. Had the 4 cylinders, was a 2.3, had an inline 6, which was a 3.3. It also had an option of a 3.8 V6. This mid-sized luxury sedan at the time was also considered to be the executive class, kind of like the Continentals, or the 4-door Continentals. It was a rear-wheel drive vehicle with a manual 4-speed automatic transmission. The Mercury Marquis with the 2.3 had 90 horsepower with 122 foot-pounds of torque. It had a curb weight of 2,987 pounds, and for anybody in the Mustang community out there, as we know, that's pretty light. It had a 0 to 60 as 15.2 seconds, which if you blinked, you'd probably still see it if you opened your eye. But it had a fuel consumption of 24 mpgs. Also in 83, the 3.3 liter engine with the automatic 3-speed gearbox gained just 1 more horsepower, went from a stealthy 90 horsepower to 91. It also increased in the torque. It went from 122 to 156 foot-pounds of torque. In 1984, they had the 2.3 version Mercury Marquis 4-door sedan, and it drops again in horsepower. I would assume it's because it got heavier. Pigs. It went from the 90 to 88 horsepower. So we dropped 4 horses, and I'm guessing it's because of the big bench seat. The curb weight from the 84 4-door sedan also was 2,932 pounds. There was also the Mercury Wagons. So for most of us that didn't get enough of the panel wagon or the Fairmont panel wagon, they made them bigger. All wagons came with the same variety engines. The 4-door base Mercury Marquis model was also a rear-wheel drive. It had the width of 71 inches. Wagon that went from 83 to 86. All the wagons came with the various engines that they did on their sedans. The 5-door base Marquis wagon was also a rear-wheel drive with the width of 71 inches. If you guys are keeping up, most of the Marquis and Continentals were 71 inches in width. It was 196.5 inches in length. It had a wheelbase of 105.6 inches. And of course, the most thing that happens when you go bigger, the weight increases. The base curb weight of this vehicle was 3,100 pounds with a 2.3 4-cylinder engine setup. With a top speed of 99 miles per hour and a 0 to 60 of a scorching 16.8 seconds. Well, with the 3.3 automatic version. But it gave out an MPGs of 22 miles per gallon. By 1985, the Mercury Marquis had 121 horsepower with 205 foot-pounds of torque, and it came with the 3.8 V6 engine. From 1983 to 86, the Mercury Marquis engines in both the wagons and sedans were that of the 2.3 4-cylinder, the inline 633, which was the mile maker, and the 3.8 Essex. And of course, all 5.0 and 3.8 liter V8s came with the standard AOD transmission. Transmissions varied from the 3-speed C3 automatic, a 4-speed AOD. They also came with front disc brakes and rear drums, McPherson front strut suspension, live rear axle suspension configuration of 4 links rear axle housing using coil springs. In conclusion, the 4th generation Marquis, as built on the Fox platform from 83 to 86, can probably be a better alternative into searching for the infinite holy grail of the Mustangs. So if you guys can't find yourself a nice affordable Foxbody, because good luck, people are going to be out there selling you dust for like about $1,000. You know, maybe you'd be cooler in a Mercury Marquis. I don't know. Try it out. Guys, remember, subscribe. That's all I'm asking. And go to our Facebook page, our Instagram, and most importantly, thank you for following us here. We'll see you guys soon. Have a good night.